Hey there and happy Monday. So today I'm bringing you a little bit of sunshine through my card today. So I am pulling out the Tea Boutique products from the annual catalog. So you'll see me kind of going maybe back and forth between things in the annual catalog because that's going to be retiring, guys, the same time that the mini catalog does. So sometimes the mini catalog goes till the end of June, and so that's a reminder that both catalogs and the first day of May. So I say the end of April just so that people don't think, oh, I've got till May sometime. No, I would say like April 30th, and things can even sell out sooner than that. So hi there, Mary Lou. Thanks for joining. So I thought, well, let's think some spring colors, some spring products, and also it's a time, hey there, Lisa, for spring colds. My husband kind of has a cold going on, and so I'm like, a little bit of like tea, some lemon, things like that. That's kind of the mood that we're in at our house here. So let me see if my iPad is caught up here or not. Otherwise, yeah, there we are. So I'm good to go, and I will get my camera turned around so that I can, or you can see what I'm doing better. And I can also see I've got like a whole mess going on because it'll make sense once I start going why my desk is so full today for products for you. All right, so hopefully now I got my camera better. Take care of yourself. The reason I chose that, is like I thought, okay, it's cold season. Besides, we're all anxious for spring and such. But sometimes I even get well. Sometimes when we just talked about this at a team meeting that we had, sometimes when you're looking for sentiments, sometimes you want to encourage somebody that's ill, and sometimes that person isn't always going to get better. And so take care of yourself. I like that sentiment for that. And sometimes that can also be not just a physical ailment, but also emotional, something like that too. Sometimes people are just going through something. And I know like last year when my husband was very, very sick for 6 months, a lot of people asked how I was doing. I really don't even know if I know how I was doing, but they were worried that I wasn't taking care of myself possibly. So that's a good saying that maybe hits a little bit home with me too as I was preparing today's card and finding the right sentiment out of my bundle here. So the Cup of Tea stamp set has a couple really nice stamped images, of course, dies that coordinate, and then lots of sentiments. I think people forget sometimes too how many sentiments. There's thanks, there's friendship, time for tea, you're sweet, take care of yourself, even thank you, let's get together soon, besides all the fun things for images, floral and lemons and things like that. So like I said, it's from the annual catalog on page 13, and you'll see all those fun products. So what I'm using today also are the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. So they come in like a little packet here, and I'll show you those after I get this going a little bit more. The Tea Boutique cards and envelopes come in all the newer in colors. And so you can see here, there's 5 different in color note cards and coordinating envelopes. I'll be showing you like 3 today. I was just having so much fun stamping. I made 3 cards up as my demo as I was getting ready to go live. And so I'll be showing you, I'm going to make the one, of course, and show you the other 2 as well. Hi there, Rosina. So you can see that. And then the coordinating dies, from that, I'm using the teacup here, and then the little slice of lemon that I'll be stamping. But you can see, or here, let me show you. You'll see there's 2 different teacups. So the die that I'm using obviously will cut both of those out. But how fun is this one? This is where I struggle, like which one do I want to use? This one will cut out like this. So you could actually just cut this out of cardstock without stamping it first, and you'll get kind of that image on there too. So lots of things, like it cuts out everything plus some extra added bonus things too. So that's always fun when we see those things kind of come together in that. So, and then these are on page 137 in the back of the catalog too, in case you're wondering about those. All right, so what I'm using, of course, because I did 3 cards, I had to think like which one do I want to use? And I'm like, well, I haven't done anything like bright green for a while. And the purple was close to blue. And so I've been doing a lot of blue. For those of you that love blue, you know I've been doing a lot of blue. Hi there, Sue. Looking forward to starting your party not very far away. Sue's already like months ago said, I want to be a hostess in April because she's got a big thing coming up. And hi there, Lynette. So yeah, so I'm going to do the parakeet party kind of background here. So with that, I'm going to start with like this is the note card, and Stampin' Up! Has scored it nicely. The inside is all white, the back side's all white too. And I'm just going to take out my bone folder and give that a nice score. Can you tell I also use my bone folder for re-inking my ink pads and kind of smoothing that out? And so sometimes on one of my sides versus the other, it gets more ink kind of just ingrained in there. So in case you're wondering what happened, or can you buy tie-dyed bone folders from Stampin' Up? No, that just comes naturally after time. All right. So what I'll be doing next is, I think what I want to do is get my stamping done that I'm going to die cut, just to kind of get that out of the way to make the assembly go overall easier. Because this is a photopolymer stamp set, I'm pulling out my Stampin' Pierce mat because that always gives us a nice good image. Yay! So yep, Sue, she's going to be celebrating 50. So she's just behind me, and turning 50 didn't go well for me. My life kind of fell apart, as I said in the beginning of the video. So 51 was definitely better, but like I tell everybody, Sue, it doesn't go that way for everybody. Turning 50 for you is going to be fun, and getting to host a Stampin' Up! Party for your 50th, I think, is a great way to kick that off. All right, so I'm using the teacup with the stripes in it, and I'm going to ink that up with some Sweet Sorbet and just put that at the top of my basic white strip here, like so. I think it's just so cute. You know, if you guys know me at all, you know I love my stripes. And then I'm going to take some crushed curry. This is one of those things, I'm starting to get sentimental, I feel like, about my ink pad colors in general, because I'm always worried now, like, what color is going to be disappearing. And the crushed curry I use all year round for so many things. It's such a perfect yellow, like a golden yellow. I'm just going to kind of stamp that little lemon wedge off to the side there. So as I use certain colors, I'm like, please don't take away my crushed curry. But then I always have to go, you know what, has Stampin' Up! Ever done something terrible when they've brought us different colors? You know, sometimes we have our opinions, but most of the time it's like, what they give us is something we didn't think we even needed, and love it. All right, so I'm going to take the die there and line that up with the cup here, and then also with that little lemon wedge, and I'll just scoot that through, and then that's all that I'm going to be doing for die cutting. So I've got that. Okay, so those pieces there, and then I'm just going to set that off to the side. Hey there, Tori. Oh, fun. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it already. And do you guys ever do this where it's like, okay, that looks pretty good, but there's a little bit more white there than I wanted because the die moved just a smidge. It's not terrible, but why not make it cute? So I'm just going to trim that down and take the little piece. It must be Monday. I must be more worried about how things look. By Friday, it probably could have been half the lemon and more white, and I would have went, good enough. No. All right. So for my other card pieces here, besides the fun T-Boutique card front, I've chosen the Parakeet Party, and I cut this 4 1/4, no, excuse me, 4 1/2 by 3 1/2, and then basic white 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 that way. So let me bring over my Stampin' Pierce mat again, and that's when I went, okay, there's these darker green colors, and in the T-Boutique designer series paper, then I kind of go, all right, what colors have they used? Even though I'm not even using this paper, the other thing that I went with is they've got these fun envelopes that coordinate. And I tell you what, this probably helped me the most, because I'm like, all right, there's some darker green here. So when I work with the yellow, I might want to be pulling in some sweet sorbet, which you can see I did. So I always like to tell you kind of how I came to where I did, like where's my color inspiration. So if you're stuck making something completely different, you kind of know this is where to go to. And then my crushed curry, obviously, works really well with the lemon. But that dark green they listed as garden green. So I'm like, oh, perfect. So I got out my garden green ink pad, and that's what I'm going to use to stamp my sentiment. But before I set this cute paper aside that I'm not using that coordinates with it, the Tea Boutique, as I was going through this to see, do I want to incorporate some of this in today's pattern? What I pulled out was this, and I wanted to say this will coordinate so fun and so well with that sweet citrus from the mini catalog. I thought, oh, you might see this making an appearance with that, because I love it when things just go together in an unexpected way. Like I wasn't thinking about it, but it will. All right. So kind of to get my layout, to make sure I'm not putting things up too high or too low, I'm just going to start right at the bottom with that take care of yourself and stamp that out in the garden green color. So that's going to be kind of the darker green that those stripes are going through with the parakeet. And then what I do is I kind of like lay my cup here on top, no adhesive or anything, and then I pull out the greenery here and ink that up in garden green. And then I just kind of eye where that should go based on the cup. And then I stamp that out like so. So then I know I've got plenty of room there for that cup. And then before I put my cup down, I'm going to get out my Petal Pink ink pad here and move my stamps off to the side a little bit. And what I love about this, there's 5 little flowers on there. 2 are kind of big, 3 are kind of closed up. I'm going to ink those up with my Petal Pink as well, and just kind of set those on top of the greenery. How fun is that, that you don't have to ink up 5 times. You just do it once, and then they're all kind of lined up, but yet free flowing, like nothing has to line up perfect. That's also a plus for that too. So kind of adding different colors, and I think green can also be kind of a neutral tone too for this as well. And so that's going to be kind of our neutral tone, and then just pulling in the sweet sorbet and the Petal Pink and such. I don't know if I would have put sweet sorbet and Petal Pink with parakeet, but look at the fun pop. I think it's just that the colors, just the tones of them go so well together that that's what makes it all come together in a fun way. So I'm going to put some seal adhesive on my basic white, attach it to my base here of the Parakeet Party, and then I'm going to flip over my pieces to attach those. So I'll put about 3 dimensionals here on my teacup, and get those papers off my fingers maybe, and then just kind of line up the flowers there like so. So already that just like makes me like happy because of the bright colors. Thanks, Story. And then I'm just going to flip over my little lemon wedge here and add a dimensional there, and just kind of put that off to the side. And there again, that just adds a little bit more color, a different color, but just kind of a fun spring color there too. And then this layer I'm going to flip over and put dimensionals in each corner. And I'm also going to show you the other 2 cards that I made too, so you can see kind of the difference of the color coordinations, and I'll announce what projects I used too, or products in those projects, like so. So by popping up like a double pop, I'm popping up the teacup and then popping up also that layer, especially with it being Parakeet Party, kind of on Parakeet Party, just makes it look a little bit better or more finished, having that up another level. And then for the inside, I'm leaving that blank because take care of yourself. Like I said, that seems like if you're sending this to somebody, I want to keep the inside blank because that is something that can be pretty personal that way. But you could sure finish it off with just like a little lemon wedge here too. So that I'm just going to put on the inside, so you have plenty of room to write your sentiment in there. And then of course I can't leave the outside unfinished. I have to add some kind of accessory. So I went today with the Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. Some people say, like, what's the difference between the basic jewels and the iridescent? Well, the word iridescent. I'm just kidding. There he is. You can see, whoops, there went one of the pearls. There is some shimmer and shine in an iridescent way to these. I never know how well my camera picks that up, but just kind of a fun, like, metallic look is maybe the best way to do it. My big pearl came off, so I'm like, you know what, you're just going to get put on the card right away so you don't fall off. So I'm going to use one of the bigger ones and then a smaller one down here, just kind of following up the shape of the coffee or tea mug. And I'm just going to use another large one here and just kind of put that up in the corner by the flowers, just to kind of offset and have a setting of 3. That's usually odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye, like so. So that finishes this card, but hang tight, because like I said, I want to show you these envelopes. They're, like I said, this comes in a package of 5 different colors, all the in colors. So this is really cool to see that paired up. So like I said, when you put those colors that are there with what's on the card, it's just really fun to see those colors kind of come together. Hey there, Priscilla, good to see you on here. So we've got that. And then, like I said, I was busy before I came live. So here is like the Starry Sky version. And with that, I used, let's see, I have my ink pad still out here. Orchid Oasis. So I use Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis both for this. So Starry Sky is kind of the background. So then I use Starry Sky for that matting layer, Starry Sky for the sentiment, and then Orchid Oasis for just like a lighter pop of color for my mug. And look how fun this looks with its envelope, guys. There we have that and that too. So I could have actually went with maybe like fresh freesia or Highland Heather flowers if I wanted to, but I kind of went, you know what, that looks nice too. I love that. Okay, so we've got that, and then let me find the envelope for Orchid Oasis here. And there we have this one with that envelope too. So just really fun. So here I did, for a darker color, I did the Starry Sky and the Orchid Oasis there. So basically these card fronts are the same. It's just that once I layered that next matting piece on Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky, just makes it pop in a totally different way that it hardly looks like I use the same color. I almost feel like this one appears darker because of the darker background too. So, oh, Kathy loves the Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis. And that is why I love that they are not retiring this year. We still have 1 more year with those in colors. And thanks, Tori. So yeah, like I said, we still have feet. Like I sent a picture to my boys last night, like outside my craft room window, like the drift has never been this high, guys. And so doing some bright sunshiny cards, even if it's to send somebody with a winter cold, it's still going to brighten their day that way. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. And what I enjoyed most about today's project, and maybe that's why I made 3 so quick for you guys, was the coordinating envelopes. So to have these card fronts made up, like I feel like I did some things with this right away when they came out in the annual catalog, but they were so popular they sold out. Well, then I don't usually try to do videos on products that are sold out, because that's always kind of frustrating too for you guys. Yeah, there's my ceiling. So I try to focus on things that are in stock at the time. So it was fun for me to get these back out and go, you know what, they're not sold out anymore, but they could be soon because of the annual catalog coming to a close in about 6 weeks too. So that was part of my reasoning to want to get that out for you guys and give you some more ideas with it. So how you can get my set of 8 cards, like today I showed you 3. you would get one of these in your set of 8, not all 3. So how you can get my set of 8 cards is place a minimum $75 order using that special host code, or just contact me and say, hey, I would love your 8 cards, and then that set is $25 with local delivery or postal service included in that. So I have a full week planned for you guys, so I'll be back tomorrow afternoon again to show you card number 6 for the month of March in my set of 8. So take care and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.